Beachside Studio Sunset. Welcome back to the photo series. So what we've got essentially is a beachside studio to look at today. So let's go ahead and zip on down here. So what we basically have, there's a few options. We've got the pillars along here which we can use for photographs, one on the left, a finished one behind the one on the right up there, and one over here. And then we have the studio element itself, which is just over here. So we're going to start with the little outdoor area here. It looks like you probably have a wedding or wedding reception or something in this area. But basically, let's go ahead and just roll on in. Something like that. And photograph. So let's see what we're able to do. We want to have our setting over here. So I had a bit of a chat to the creator as well, just to get a bit of a gauge on settings as well. Here we go. See how that works out. So this gives you a bit of an idea. You could go for a... Actually, we've got a bit of a sunlight angle coming from that way, don't we? We could even use the reflections on that sense. So something like that maybe. And let's get that off the system there. Yeah, that works. I mean, it's going to be a bit of fiddling that you're going to want to do here anyway to try and get it to work to what you want, essentially. Now obviously, looking where the sun's shining, you'll find there's some sunlight shining on this pillar here. Can we use that to our advantage? So those trees behind do a really good offset. So you go for a distance like that maybe. Something like that. What about behind? Definitely glary from behind like that. Now I'm wondering if we put the car like right in that area there. Oh, wrong button. Alright, let's get out of that screen there. Something like that. And we can probably so there's definitely some angles you're going to want to try and play on. Now there is another good angle on this map, which in the middle, in the roof there's a square. So what we're going to want to try and do is to align this up. Ooh, let's have a look. Okay, so if we go in a straight line from the entrance pad, that's going to be the most easiest. God, we've made a few burnout marks there, but all good. Now, on your D-pad, zoom right out, and we're going to try and level that into a shot. So we go something like that. Get a roof shot. Get that off the screen, of course. And you'll probably want to load this map a few times because trying to run around this little pad is going to run and leave tire marks, of course. Now, other features on this map. Let's have a look. So definitely you want to play around with that particular area a bit. In relation to some of these shots you can do with these big pillars, or artistic pillars we will call them. So immediately this side here you're not going to want in the way. I can assure you of that. And something like that. So we're going to use the backdrop with the sunset a bit. Now, we can try and get some trees in there if we want. It's really going to come down to how we can get some light into this shot. And that's where this particular part can be a bit tricky. Let's go ahead. Just soften it up a bit, give us a bit more. Something like that. Let's see. It's got to be one in here. And that one really pops. So it depends what you're really looking for on the shot. I mean, this guy has so many various angles, but I think something like that. Perfect. And what else can we do here? Let's I love the actual concrete layers, how they just wrap around. We've got one over here. There's one up near the golf course as well. I mean, something like that. I mean, that alone there looks pretty epic. If we took that off there and just magic. So, I mean, really, I would be suggesting to run around these maps a little bit, see what you think. Oh, wrong button again. So, that one there is this is the sunset one. There is a evening one. Let me have a look what the name of that one is. Dawn. Mental blank. Beachside Studio Dawn. So there's both dawn and sunset for you to actually have a bit of a look at. You will need to do a bit of fiddling with your photo settings. But yeah, no, definitely there are some good shots to be had here. It is going to be just dependent on what you're after out of the actual setting. In here, obviously, you know, just remember you can always restart the map to clean the tire marks off the surface. So I actually had to restart it to clean that up. But also, what you will find with this particular map, and don't be alarmed, if you find that, you know, after a little while doing camera shots, there is the possibility this one here is a very sensitive map, for better word. So you know, it is quite a good map. Do give it a shot. If it does actually crash out, it is very prop heavy. So the game sometimes has a bit of a moment, but we all know Forza Horizon 5. It is what it is. So yeah, no, definitely load this one up. The share code's going to be at the front, and yeah, you should definitely get a few good shots. I like that glisten on the road here. I really honestly should take this car out a hell of a lot more. Alright, well that will be for me today anyway. And do check out my channel for other content, photo maps, rally, race, GP circuits. I have quite a few maps on my channel. And yeah, that'll be all. Thank you again. And have a great day, weekend, wherever you may be. Alright, see you.